Good morning, guys, and girls for that matter. Hope you're doing fine. Let's have a quick recap of today's price action. Actually, today I thought was starting out a bit dull, I might say, but it turned out pretty interesting actually when we got to the US Open. So let's see. Quickly, a recap of our gold to silver ratio. We are still moving down here as expected after we broke down. Um, as you can see, also today we had a quick test of the 200 DMA, and then we are rolling back over. And I think we will reach 82.3 before we turn back up again. And the reason is we have this head and shoulders here, and this is the measured move. So I think that's where we go. Then we will get a retrace, and then we will see what happens. Awesome. Oil, as we also have looked at the past few days. You can see we came back to the retest, which I talked about like a week ago. I think this is where it will go, and we went there. Currently pulling a bit here, but let's see how it goes. So still now oil still technically bearish. We have to get back into the wedge here, and then ultimately get back above here, above 80. Um, I've added the MACD. I'm trying to look at that to see if it works for me. But for oil, you can see on the daily we have a bullish crossover here yesterday. Hopefully that will give us some momentum to pierce through this one and have a false breakdown. So let's see. Quickly, platinum. We have broken down from the bearish channel, but as you can see, there's still a lot of bias here in this zone here. But yeah, we have broken down. Now this zone has to hold. Otherwise, we will go lower. How lower, I don't know, but we will have to wait and see. So technically, platinum not the best, but let's see. URNM, as we talked about, we are at critical levels, right? This long golden trend line here have to hold. And right now we are trying to put in a double bottom, as we talked about yesterday. And also, if you look at the MACD for the first time in like, I don't know, for 3 to 4 months, we have a bullish crossover. So I think this one has momentum to actually do something. Will it be the ones that gets us out of this mess? I don't know. But oops. But at least for now, it's doing a damn good try with a almost 3% actually close today. That's awesome. Quickly, silver. For the first time, we're actually trying to close inside this big resistance node here. But we're still in the bearish wedge, so let's see. But silver is doing a damn good try of getting back into this one here. So that would be awesome if we can break it through in the first attempt. That would be amazing. But yeah, we have to follow it each day. But as long as the gold and silver ratio looks nice, it's still holding up. Goldy. As you remember, we are still above these two major trend lines, going back, what is it, over a year. And if we zoom in on the daily just very quickly, or the 1 hourly, sorry, my bad, you can see we're still in this bullish wedge, the bullish pennant, sorry. And as long as we're above these golden trend lines, it's very, very bullish for gold, very bullish. And if we break out of this bullish pennant here, we are going to visit, in my view, the all-time high, because there is no more resistance. If you look here, you can see getting above 2000, there is no resistance at all. So this is the last hurdle to me. So far so good. Today I have found 3 miners, one for gold, silver, and uranium, just to have a quick look at it. Abra, I think we have talked about that one some time ago. To me, it looks very constructive. We have the big blue neckline, the head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, and we have broken out of the bullish wedge here. And to me, if silver and gold does what it is doing right now, and that's going higher, this one is absolutely going to blast through, right, and meet the target up here. But I also think this one is going much higher, because if you zoom out, you could argue it's a bit skewed cup and handle. But yeah, Abra looks very good. I think it's a pure play silver, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah. And we have Metalla royalty and streaming. This is a blue chip within the gold and silver space if you're talking about a streaming royalty. And I would like to show you something here. If you can see, we go back to 2021. You can see what we did here. We did a left shoulder, a right head, and a right shoulder. And if you did the measured move, you can clearly see, or well, you can see that we had a $5.5 drop. And if we measure that from the neckline drop, we reached the target to perfection, more or less. And right now we are where I would say, if we can get above this one here, we have a neckline here as well. This one has to be blue. My bad. All my blue lines are necklines. So, but anyways, if we can, let's zoom in here. If we can get back above this one here, I think the trend has changed, and I think again, if gold and silver itself does good, I mean these miners and royalty streamers are going to do even better. So let's get above. Let's call it 5.7-ish, and then we have a very good. Yeah, then it looks very good. Find, that's baseload. It's a very small uranium explorer, I would say, who in the past year or two have had some very good results regarding drilling some holes, and but it has gotten beaten down quite a bit for the past 1.5 year. But to me, right now, where we are is that we are in this bullish wedge here with the main golden trend line going down here, and we have the support zone here, the green support, with a false breakdown into the wedge, lower TL, and now we have to get back above. I think it still needs some work to do because we have the 200 DMA coming down and so on. But I think if we can start to break up here and start to flag a bit here for the next two months or so, that would be very good. Obviously, if we're breaking down from this level here, I mean, yeah, then that's not gonna be pretty at all. So there are some mixed signals with this one. But yeah, I own this one. I own Abra. I do not own Metalla anymore. I owned it a while back and I sold during this mess up here somewhere. I can't remember exactly, but I don't own this one right now. But I will definitely look into it when we get back. If we get back above here, then I will look for an entry. So, yeah, thank you for dropping by, and see you all tomorrow. Cheers.